So also that you should take into consideration not only studying, but what you're going to actually be doing after you graduate. So it's important that you visualize what you said, the setting of being all day with a computer. So that's very important when you're trying to make a decision as well.
I don't really like sitting for long periods of time, so I really like to move around. So I'm not really sure. Maybe education is better for me.
So we're going slow. We're gonna now. I see you want to talk about education. Tell me what you love about the idea of studying education as a major.
I love teaching because I want to see them, improve and progress in the future. It makes me feel like really good inside. I want to do what I can with the children, activities or some stuff that's creative and teaching them fun things, grammar, things like that.
It sounds like the values you put when you're talking about education are more profound than the ones when you talk about graphic design.
Yeah, I think so.
It has more meaning when you speak of why you like one over the other.
Probably. I think for, graphic design, it could probably be more of a hobby for me because I enjoy doing that myself, graphic design. But maybe, being a teacher and doing the educational is probably best for me.
We also sometimes we do like a table that could help you give weight of what things do like more from one field and the other. So we can do this in another session. We would do graphic design and list what you kind of told me right here. What is it that you like about graphic design? And then we would put the list of education. Why would you follow that line of study? And then we can put in each one which one holds more weight to you. And that way you can compare one and the other with actual numbers. And you can see. And that way you have a whole picture. Do you think that's something you would like to do?
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Set up a schedule and see, figure out which one is better for me, and that I can pick.
We can do it together in our next session. We can bring the piece of paper, or we can do it in the board and see. And that way, we have that whole picture, and from there, we can continue the conversation of seeing. Because there's also a possibility if you can do a major and a minor, we can look of just different possibilities. Do we have time?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can try that. We'll see. Yeah, for maybe for next time, I'll have a piece of paper and we can write that down and figure out to see what's best for me.
And also what you said, I think is very important that you brought up that you might be able to use graphic design as a hobby or second field, but study the education one because you seem to put more emphasis and deep meaning of why you would choose that over the other. And not only like a hobby, but also as a way that we can include both, but having the education as your main drive, that gives you more meaning in your life.
I like that.
That sounds good. Do you have any experience with education, as you said before, that you could shadow? Have you shadowed some of the classes?
Yes, I've shadowed before. I've observed a few hours. Just for a full day. Yep, I observed for a full day for a few hours.
And how did you feel while you were doing it?
I really enjoyed it. I can see the children and how they interact with each other. I like elementary.
That's the age you like?
Yeah.
You could say it brings you joy to be with the kids?
Yes.
So it's important to cultivate what brings you joy.
Yes.
Did you shadow or do any classes for the graphic design?
No, not yet. No, I didn't. Only my uncle's house and his office. I've just seen his things, so I went there, but I didn't really mentor and do stuff like outside of his own office. When my uncle goes to work and he finishes and he goes home, then I go into his office and I see his graphic designs and what he does. And that's why I was thinking about going into graphic design, but I'm not really sure if that's the job for me.
Well, you could also look into the possibility of finding a class that you can take or shadow, or for you to get a little bit more exposure of not only what it is, but what it takes to learn the graphic design, the process of learning it, and to see if that also brings you joy.
Okay, yeah. I will, figure out and talk with the advisor to see about graphic designing and shadowing, possibly.
Yeah. The decisions don't have to be only one or the other. We can also combine your interests and your loves in a way. You will come to the answer that you need with some exercises, and you have that in you.
Okay.
And I'm here to help you in that process to come to that end.
Okay, great, sure.
Right? Good.
I don't know your password.
Oh, I think you just close it. I'll just shut it off.
So we're done.
I think we're finished.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you. All right, girls, thank you so much.
Do we have to stay here for a debrief or something?
Yes.